Thank y'all for kicking it with Kira. Today I have a special guest on, and her name is Deborah Allen. She's a certified coach, five-time best-selling author, prophetess, TV and radio host, and speaker. How you doing today, Deborah?
Hey y'all, I am doing good. I'm excited to be with you.
I'm excited to have you. I really appreciate it. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
I am from St. Louis, Missouri. Woo, woo, the show me state. I am in St. Louis, really. I I'm originally from St. Louis and I am still here. I'm not going anywhere. I am a mother. Look at that. Yes, y'all. I
Yeah.
just turned 49 this week. So
Yes.
we are in celebration mode. Yes,
Yes.
for the next chapter. I'm 49 and I
Woo.
do. I'm a mother of six. I have children from the age of 33 down to 8.
Wow.
I have been married. I married Bishop Allen. It'll be 24 years on May 3rd, but I have also been divorced. And so I got a lot to say about what we're going to talk about today. I am a certified coach, a pastor, a mentor, and an author. And I'm ready to have some fun.
I am ready to have some fun. I'm ready for you to drop some gems. Happy birthday. Anybody knows me know I'm the birthday queen. So I had to have you on here for your birthday week. Okay. I see the dazzle in the background. We are ready.
Yes.
Okay, so let's start off. I like to get a little backstory with people. So you're from St. Louis, and I was reading a little bit about you because you do have a master class. We'll get into that a little bit later as well for the ladies to get some more gems. And so you talked about you being married at a young age. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Oh God, I was married. My first marriage lasted 8 years. Uh, a lot of times when you marry young, you look crazy. So when I was younger, I was a little crazy. I know y'all don't believe that, but I was a little crazy. I was a teenage mother. So I will say that for a lot of women, they feel because if you have children, you got all this stuff going on, you can't marry. That's not true. I was a teenage mom. I married for the first time for 8 years, but I was broken and he was broken and it was just a mess. Even when I was saved, it just didn't. I changed, and I own a lot of that. So when marriage does not work, it does not work on both people behalf. I do not give blame. Because a lot of times, ladies, we like to always blame the other person. But really, in honesty, I would say that when I was saved, I totally changed. And I did. So I totally changed from being the crazy child I was. And you mature into a woman. And so it just didn't work. It's not like things don't always work. And one of the greatest things I want to say to women, we beat ourselves up about so much. Oh, one of the women tell me I'm a failure because my marriage didn't work. Mine didn't work neither, but it's okay.
Hey.
It's okay, right? So it's okay to be divorced. It's okay if it don't work. It's okay. Everything is not going to be perfect. So chill out. It's okay. My
Right.
first marriage didn't work. The world did not end, even though when I was in my early 20s, I thought
Yeah.
life was over,
Right. Right.
but
I
it wasn't
definitely
over.
understand.
It wasn't over.
Yeah, it is like that though. I 100% agree. I've never been married, but I have been in longer relationships. You're living with somebody 2 or 3 years, you're acting like a wife. In your mind, this is mine. We're heading towards this. That's a whole different story. But I will say that in the
You see
relationship,
that look? Because you want me to go there?
oh, we ain't going there yet, but we're gonna get there though. We just starting though. We just getting started. But I will say that because I just want to piggyback on what you said, because us as women, we do we're like, oh, well, this man ain't this, and it's like that, whatever. Because two of mine did end in infidelity, but still throughout the relationship, I had to think about, okay, well, what part do I play in it? Because nobody's perfect. Nobody walking this earth is perfect, and so it's not saying it caused somebody to cheat, but just in general of like the next steps of things, putting boundaries on things, or where I was at, because broken people attract broken people. You're attracting the same type of energy that you're bringing, and so
Yes.
and so I didn't realize that up until 30. And I've been in relationships, but I took a 2-year hiatus from dating and relationships to work on myself, because I know some of us, we jump from relationship to relationship, and we say we practicing self-love, but are we really like internally looking at a lot of things? Because I realized that even in relationships, that it's been things that I needed to work on, the other person needed to work on, and we didn't even realize that it was things from our past, our childhood, things about how other people treat us that we was bringing into our dynamic, and it really affects you. And so certain things is not just a failure, it's a lesson in a way for us to grow. And one thing I would say to women is, I've been hurt, I've been treated not my best sometimes, but you can get yourself back out. You can love again. You don't have to be bitter. You don't have to feel like love doesn't exist, because I know some people really feel that way, but it really will be somebody else that's out there for you. And you're a living testament because you remarried.
I was divorced with 2 children. So when I divorced, I had 2 sons. And so that's one of the things about divorce. And I was by myself about a year before I remarried, but I wasn't really looking. I wasn't really looking for a relationship, right? Because after 8 years, I was like, I'm good. I was in my 20s. I was like, it's just me and Jesus.
Right?
I'm good. I had kids. I was working. I was church. I was like, I'm good. But my divorce was such a trauma to me in my 20s that I really wasn't looking for a relationship. Women, date yourself. It's okay. I was okay with me. It took so much energy to pay my own bills because I have no boo.
Yes.
But I had to work, right? Because I had been married for 8 years. I had a second income. That income was taken away. So I spent my time working, kids, in church. To make me ends meet, I worked my days off. I did things to provide for myself, because I want to say this, and I'm really serious about this. We stay in bad relationships sometimes because we can't afford to let it go, right? You put up with stuff. Because as women and as mothers, I want to make it work for my children. How am I gonna pay the bills if he leaves? It's really, I push that women be independent. Independence give us options.
Right.
Because when you're dependent on somebody, then you got to put up with some stuff.
Yeah.
But this 49-year-old Deborah can take care of herself, baby.
You best know. Something that I definitely learned, my grandma and my mom was still with me when I was young. God bless the child that's got his home. For real, God bless the child that's got his home, because I've been in situations where if I didn't have a continuous job, where I didn't have to work in a few of my relationships, very well taken care of, but I always kept a job. I always kept my own income, my own side thing, because when the relationships come and go, you come and go. And Shakira, she's still gonna take flights, not feelings, catch flights, not feelings, because it really is, it will put you in a really messed up situation. But I can only speak for myself because I don't have kids. And I know some people that maybe didn't work throughout their marriage and now they're divorced, and so they don't really have the skills, or they didn't go to college, or they don't really have the entrepreneur things, they don't have the support of their family. So I'm not speaking on anybody and their story. I'm just speaking on me within myself and what I've been able to do. And then plus, I would say this to everybody, I've never been married. I'm not speaking on marriage. That's why I have you here. I'm just speaking on me, my relationships, and my personal experiences that have affected me and how I move forward.
I think you have to be independent. I believe that as women, we need to be able to support ourselves. My husband, I always say, oh, Deborah, you don't have to work. The devil is a liar. Because I like my own money. I have my own voice. I am my own person. And I like options. Money is a defense, and it gives women options. That's a fact. I'm older now. I can say that. I don't care who don't agree. It is what it is. So I was divorced with 2 kids. I had to go back to school. I was working, church, kids, and I went back to school. I went back to college in the evening times. Sometimes you got to make yourself all over again, and that's okay too. And so it is. Don't beat yourself up. When my husband approached me, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was wondering when he came to me, I was like,
Right.
Deborah was about 25, 30 pounds lighter. Baby, I was only about 24. Deborah's like, whatever. Bag up. I was like, no, I'm good. Look, no, I'm good.
Right. I feel you. I have been there because you're not in that space. You're like, okay, well, I'm doing my thing. I have these other responsibilities.
Yeah,
are you going to add value or are you going to deplete it? Because I'm quick for a block. When I tell you I will block you real quick, negative energy. If you're not bringing some fulfillment, some happiness, some courtship over here, you can stay right over there. You have to be that way.
Yeah. So, but he pursued.
Yeah, exactly. Courted you, see?
He hunted me.
Honey, okay,
he took it to another level.
Tell us a little bit. Get these men a little gym just out here watching, okay? Because they be sliding in the DMs. Give them a little tips.
When a man is truly interested, Bishop Allen, let me just say this. Bishop Allen just shut it down. Okay. When I was divorced, I was by myself a year. I went to our first Valentine's single party at church. And Bishop was like, Sister Brown, why you here? You married? I was like, no, I'm divorced. He was looking like, oh, okay. Bishop was like, how old are you? I was like, 24. He's like, I'm 35. He's like, am I too old for you? Wait a minute. Calm down. Wait a minute. Oh, the chase was like,
oh, he was there.
If you are a man that want a woman, let her know. And so that's how he caught me, because he was more persistent than any man. He was like, I got all this covered. Don't even look over here. Bishop was like, no, I'm gonna lock it down real fast. And he caught me. He wooed me. Women want to be pursued. And not only that, women want to be pursued by a man that know who they are and what they want. We only dated 3 months. We come out the same church. We dated only 3 months, and next month we'll be married 24 years. So it definitely works.
Yes, I love to hear that. I love that. And so I do want to segment into, because it was 3 months and y'all got married. I did see where it's 99% of men know within 6 to 8 months whether they really want to carry their life on with a woman. So can you talk a little bit about that? And because, a lot of people, I've been myself included, being with guys for 2.5 years. My last relationship, we was together for two years, and that ended 2 years ago. But I'm at the point now where I'm not doing 2 years, not even because of age. It's just everything. It's just everything. So can you talk a little bit more about that? And even women that
y'all want me to be bad?
Huh?
I'm gonna be a little bad.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people. Sometimes you don't want to hear the brutal, honest truth, but at the end of the day, it is the truth. So
I am not. Hear the words that come out this mouth. I am not boo material. I am not anybody's boo. I am a wife. Marriage protects women and their children, and God put it there for a reason. I am not your boo. I'm not your side piece. Yeah, I ain't none of that.
Right.
Come on, because I'm a real woman over here. And I remember telling Bishop after 3 months, if you're not the one, move on. I can look for another. Because see, I don't got time to give people years. I ain't giving you babies because I already had 2 babies. Let's be for real. I ain't giving nobody no kids. Don't be having no kids with people you not married to. Deborah said it. Been there, done that. I got the t-shirt. Don't no kids, keep no man. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the girl in me that come out. No. You got to make up your mind. Don't date people that when you meet them, I'm not looking to get married. I'm just looking for a friend. He ain't even a possibility. When you come wrong, because women think we're going to change somebody. If a man tell you when he meets you, I'm not looking for a relationship, he already off the table. That's it. Only Bishop Allen, when he approached me, he said, I'm looking for a wife. Bishop wasn't looking for, are we going to, no, I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a woman to have children. I'm 11 years younger than my husband. He's like, I'll take them 2 kids and I'll give you a few more. Bitch, like them kids did him to him. He was like, bring your fine self on over here. That's what he said. Bitch, like, bring your fine self over here with these kids. He's like, I take kids. He didn't care nothing about those 2 kids. Don't date people. You don't got 20 years. I ain't got a year. I don't have 2 years because you got to figure out. And then another thing I got to say, clink the cookie jar. Clink, clink. Mm-hmm. Keep the cookie in the cookie jar because it gives men divine revelation when they can't get the cookie. Mm-hmm. Mama said it.
Yeah.
I was like, Bishop said that. He was like, you keep putting me out. He's like, I'm a grown man. You keep talking about stay at the door. You study pushing me out the door. Bishop, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm tired of these games where I got about 6 wedding rings.
I see you.
Keep the cookie in the cookie jar.
Yeah, I think as well, just me dating and things and the type of guys I've dated. For me, just in general, they've always respected me more because you're not gonna get these goods easy, okay? And there's a lot of women just in general, they're like, you know, they're easily giving it up. My thing is, if you're not dating the person in the beginning, if they're not courting you in the beginning, what do you think? Why do you think you're gonna get that any time in the duration afterwards? You're gonna start off where it's gonna be a little, you're gonna earn this, but I promise you, I'm gonna treat you like a king. I am one of my friends would tell you, I'm one of the most loyal, loving type of people. But the thing that I will say is what you made a point on is I was acting like a wife and I wasn't a wife. And so I was giving everything away. So it's like, why do I even put a ring on it when she's doing everything as if she was my wife?
Amen.
And then another thing that I noticed is something that was on my part is the guys that I've dated, I've kind of like the challenge, like the guy, like the really attractive guy that, of course, a lot of women, you know, want or this different thing. And they actually, you know, become in a serious relationship with me. But when I go back to the beginning, and because they had a few different women and they decided to be in a relationship with me, it was like me trying to feel like I could change them. But they wasn't truly ready to settle down. So when it came to everybody asking the family things like, oh, well, when you gonna get married? When y'all gonna get married? When y'all gonna get married? It's like that fear comes back up like, yo, this is not, you know, I'm not ready to take it to that level within themselves. And I can't, no matter what I do, no matter how good I am, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm still working, I'm sitting here going all the way out my way. It's nothing gonna change a man's mindset if that's not what he wants. And that's something that I had to realize within myself, but how you said that man's intentions in the beginning has to be that I want marriage with you. And that's what we're going towards because I see you as my wife and that's what I'm going for. See, I learned something over 30 years, but sometimes it takes us a while to get it. And I had to go through a pattern with the same type of guys, even dating older guys, me being my age, dating 7 years older. I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go 9 years older. And it's still not playing out because I was still gravitating towards the same type of men that had the same type of mentality of that. And not saying that because they treated me really well, like, you know, courting me, catering to me throughout it. But at the end of the day, it was not what I wanted. It was no settlement. It was nothing that was like long-term of, hey, I'm locking this in and you're my only thing because things evolve where infidelities and things ended up happening, you know? So.
I ain't cooking for you. I ain't cleaning for you. I ain't listening to you because you can't tell me nothing. Because to be the boss, you have to pay the cost. Come on, what are women with the attitudes? Yeah. See, I got an attitude in my 40s.
Yeah.
See, this 40-year-old Deborah, not that 20-year-old Deborah.
Right.
And I ain't playing white. No, I ain't cooking for you. I ain't laying with you. I ain't giving you no babies. I sure enough ain't doing nothing. What? Where am I at? Who? Right. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. That what Bishop Allen always say. He said, I'm the boss. He said, I'm the head. And I always like to tell him, my favorite line is, after all, you the man. That's my thing. Bishop said, I know. I'm the man. That's right, boo. You the man.
Right. So how do you, I'm sorry.
Don't date people that don't want marriage. That'll cut a lot of this out.
Yeah.
Have serious conversation at the beginning because some people are not ready for marriage. But we think we're going to change. You're not going to change people.
Right. And I think as well, too, when I look back on my younger self, because I am 30, but looking back on my relationship when I was 21, 22, 24, 25, like just me within myself, I don't feel as though in my mind, I was telling myself I was ready, I was this and that,
Right.
but my actions in myself wasn't fully showing that I was ready either. Because if I look myself back then as to now, I'm 100% on a different level, mentally, spiritually, of my focus on things, my goals, my plans in life, my future wanting kids. Because I didn't want kids until I was 30. Every person I dated, in general, everybody wanted me to be their baby mama. You look like you'd be such a great mom. You're so nurturing, so caring. Boy, you ain't getting no child up out of me. We talk about marriage because we're gonna be tired with this child. So we need to be tired in other things as well. And that's a big thing, because I know back when I was in college, I dated somebody that was in the NFL. And in that lifestyle, everybody has a child with the person. So you're gonna lock the person in because you have a child. He really wanted a child to the highest extent. And I'm like, first off, we're only 21, 22 years old. Where is like a man? She gave me a promise ring. I'm like, a promise ring didn't cut me for no babies. And it was a really big thing. And that's why I go back to saying, like, we all go through different things. You went through divorce. Yeah. I was supposed to move to St. Louis, actually. And to St. Louis, had bills on my name and everything. And a woman, his side chick, she answered the phone. And it just shattered everything. But it really made me appreciate myself and my standards, and saying, like, hey, this is not something that conducive to where we're going. Because a lot of women, they throw a lot of things out the window. People thought I was going to stop college because of that person in the lifestyle. People thought I was going to just have a baby because of that person in the lifestyle. But you have to really own things within yourself. What do you want? What are you doing for yourself that's going to help benefit you? People really thought I was crazy, but then look at what the result was. I would have been sitting here looking crazy. And then sometimes you get yourself in situations that you can't get yourself out of. So you do have to deal with that situation at hand and be stuck there because you have no other options. So I really do love what you said about how women really need to, still try to figure out a ways to still have your own, and that type of independence, because you have your own voice. Because I'm a very strong, independent woman, but I do submit enough to let a man be a man. And I had to learn that as well. I had to learn that.
They have to be wanted, but 30 without kids, you got so many options. Children are forever. I was a mom young. I'm not an advocate for having children young. I have daughters, and one of the things I always tell my daughters is this: know who you are first. Because a lot of times as women, we want to be a wife, but you lose your voice. You lose your voice as a woman. You lose your voice in so many different areas because we're so busy wanting to be a wife. But have your own voice. Be your own person. And even as we age as women, we tend to change and to fit into who they want us to be. And I'm not knocking that. But it's still important to have your own voice, have your own mind. Yeah, we're married, but I got my own desires. I have things that I want. And I said that to my children when I hit my 40s. Hey, I gave y'all my teenage years, my 20s, my 30s. I hit my 40s and I was like, Deborah want to be Deborah. It ain't nothing. I remember telling Bishop, dude, I love y'all. Yeah. But I need my own space, right? I want to be who I want to be. Yeah. But that's not, we feel like we got to be all or nothing. That's not true. Mm-hmm. Nobody else give up everything but us. Yeah. We give up our bodies. We give up our life. I gave up my name. Come on here. I took your name. But it's okay to be me. Yeah. We're looking for marriage. We're looking for love. We're not looking for a boo. Change what you look. And a lot of women that say they're looking for marriage, they're not looking for marriage. They're looking to say I'm married. They're looking to say I got a ring. They're looking to the wedding. Marriage is work. Right. You got to humble yourself. I ain't putting up with that. Well, if you're going to be married, you're going to put up with some stuff. Let's just put that out there. They're going to put up with some stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm the Queen of Sheba. In this house, I'm the queen. But Bishop the king.
Yeah, right. It's like the balance. That's what I think is important to have. Whatever your balance is in your household. I think it's important to have a balance in there. And then too, I will say, because when we were speaking on how you feel about, hey, take your time, don't have kids. In my culture, being from the South, people, it's like, well, when you gonna have kids? When you gonna have kids?
Yes.
When I hit like 26, 27, people finally stopped asking because, hey, Kira, she's traveling. Kira, she's living her life. Kira, she works. She's doing what Kira wants to do. And that's what I've always dreamed of. I said, I don't want to have a child before 30 because I still wanted to be my selfish issues. If I have a dog, and I've had my dog for 8 years. I've had her since 6 weeks. She go right over there to that to the little kennel where it's like a little hotel. She come back to the crib, and that's always just been like my person to take care of. But I've always had been Auntie Kiki, so I keep my friends' kids. I'm an amazing person with kids, and so that's why people get so baffled. Like, well, why don't you have your kids yet? But it's not in my time. It's not in God's time, and it wasn't with the people I dated previously for us to create the person the child that we were supposed to have. And I will say, somebody example like my mom, her life goal was always to be a mom. And so like, that's what her main focus in life was, to be a mom. So that's what she did. That was something that's extremely important to her. And so that is some people's goals, to be a wife, to be a mom. They feel completely fulfilled with that. But that wasn't my that wasn't my my thing. And so I feel like how you said, you can have a balance. You can be a mom. You can have you can still have your own goals, your own dreams, and things that you want to accomplish as well. It's never too late for anybody to do things. Because I'm just starting off at 30 of wanting to build a family. Some people feel like, oh, you late, girl, your time is ticking. My time is not ticking. I'm ticking on my own time.
I had my last baby like a month from 41. I travel because I speak. I am a speaker and a coach and an author. And so I do many things. And Bishop will be like, you leaving? I'm going to be gone for 2 days. Get your baby. Out. Bishop be like, really, Deborah? Really? I was like, dude, I gotta go. So, but I if I leave, I only leave for a day or two. I never forget, one of the women told me, oh, prophetess, we finna go on this tour. We gonna be gone for a week. Now Deborah ain't finna be gone for no week, because Deborah got a man and some kids. Right. Deborah gonna be gone like 2 days and she going back home. And so you can do things when you're single. Singleness is not bad. Yes. I was single, but I was happy single. So I am going to put that out there. I was one of them women that when I finally got free, I was like, hi. Right. Because you don't got to please nobody, right? You don't got to cook for nobody. I mean, relationships, let's be real, they take work. And when you're single, you do what you want to do. Right. And so you got to go back to that mindset. So I was single, but I was happy single. Right. Me too. I took the time to really focus on myself, because like you said, you involve yourself so much. Well, I know in my relationships, I've involved myself so much in my partner. Like, that is, that's my person. Make sure that person is good. I love to cook, so I'm cooking every day. I'm, taking on like, hey, what you have going on, type of things or whatever. And so when you are single, all you have to do is really focus on yourself. And it's been good, but I've come to the point now of where I've focused so much on myself, where I am at my best version of what I can be right now at this specific time, to be an addition to somebody else, and that person to be an addition to me, because I'm not adding anybody on that's not a good addition to me. So I will ask this question going forward. You've been married for 23 years. What is, I guess, 2 vital things that's kept your marriage lasting so long? That nobody is perfect. The one thing I do want to say, that think about this with marriage and relationships, because when you're looking for a spouse, you got to remember this: they're not ready-made. He's not going to be a perfect person, just like you're not the perfect person. Work with it. And so what I think the difference is that I learned, I have 31 years of marriage experience. And so what I would say to that is this: you build and grow together. Let grace abound. Be nice. Be nice. I have to tell the 49-year-old Deborah to be nice, because the 49-year-old me a little salty. Yeah. And she ain't the 20. See, my 20-year-old Deborah was real patient. The 4-year-old Deborah, like, look, okay. All right. Now, when I say something, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Now, when I tell you to stop, I mean it. Okay. The 20-year-old me was easier. The 40-year-old me, like, no, nah.
Yeah.
Cheating. We ain't talking about it. You cheat, we divorce. That's it. It's over. We ain't going through counseling. We ain't praying. Come on. We ain't fasting. We ain't laying at the altar. We ain't doing none of that. You out of here.
None of that.
You out of here. Cause I'm too old for all that. I'm too old for all that. I'm too old for this. I did that 20. So what would I say about marriage? Be nice. Be nice. We are not nice to each other. You can be nice to other people, but when you come home, you can snap, you're agitated, you're irritable. Be nice. Because some days I have to roll myself. I told God, just roll me in sugar. Because I can just feel it in me. You know, girls, we're women, and you can get
Yeah.
So I have to. And the second thing, this is a big thing, women. You can't say everything you think.
Right.
Do not say. One of the women, I would say, Pastor Deborah, but if I thought no, everything you think should not come out your mouth.
Right.
It's some things that is just best not to say. Right. Pick your battles. Everything is not a battle. Women, we fight about stuff that has no regards. It's not important. But what you need to fight about, you don't. I pick my battles. So sometimes I can be real, I'm real like, hey. But if I got a battle, then I fight my battle. But I don't fight about everything. Mm-hmm. That's wisdom. And do not say things that's going to tear up your marriage. Mm-hmm. Women are silly. It's some things that I ain't going to say. Oh, I can think it, baby, but it ain't going to come out this mouth. Right. Because God told me, I said something one time. God said, Deborah, everything that come to your mind, do not have to come out your mouth. God like, so just shut up sometimes. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, that was just me. God like, shut up. Mm-hmm. Just shut up. Because you say some stuff that's women, we can say some stuff.
That's deep, and they won't forget it either. And it helps, and I think it puts a stipulation on, it hinders communication, because it's a big thing of communication. So I want to talk to you about that as well, because I was speaking with somebody on one of my other episodes, and just a male and women communication, especially in my generation, is not as grand as many would hope. A lot of guys feel as though they can't open up to the person that they're dating. I feel in relationship, communication is a really big factor. So can you speak on that a little bit?
I think you got to talk about it. I think you may not have to. Sometimes I can't talk about it right now. Because if I'm really hot, but see, I'm not one of the people, if I'm mad, I'm mad quick. I'm going to say what I'm going to say. I'm done with it. I'm not a grudge. Some people grudge holders. Like Bishop, real quiet. He takes stuff more to heart. See, if I'm mad, I just blow. And it's over. He ain't like that. Mm-hmm. He think about it. You know, I ain't like that. I get mad, I'm done. Bitch be like. so communication. I'm gonna tell you something that I do like about the new era. And y'all gonna laugh at me. I like text. Yeah. You know why I like text? Because I can text what I want to say without cussing. Right. And so what I'll do, I'll send like 30 emojis of the red face. So you know I'm mad.
Mine is a side eye.
And bitch was like, what? The first time I did it, he was like, really, Deborah? And then he said, now he get mad at me, he sent it back. But guess what? Don't know. So women, we like to think that they know what we want. They don't know what you want. Right. When the women say, woman of God, I don't tell my husband. I just go pray and ask God and let God tell him, not Deborah. If I want something, I speak what I want. I say what I want. I don't got time to be speaking to God, waiting for, no, let me just tell you what I want. Let's just cut it out.
I'm very blunt to exactly. You have to be. It's not misconstrued.
Because you think that will be, we always think, well, you should know. How do I know what you want? Yeah. I'm not in your mind.
Right. And men and women think differently as well. We have two different types of minds. And so we were like, oh, well, he knows what I'm talking about. He knows this. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. And sometimes we might take certain things a certain type of way, and they don't mean that as well. So I think like when you communicate about it, there's no blurry line between it. It is what it is.
Oh. And if you too bad to talk right now, wait till tomorrow. I gotta get off my chest. No, today ain't the day to talk. Today, I try more. Cause I'm already hostile. You see me? When I get smiling, no, today it ain't the day. Respect boundaries. When people tell you when people say I ain't in the mood, cut it out. Right. When I tell you to leave me alone, leave me. When I say leave me alone, leave me alone.
Yeah, and I think with myself, I'm more of I know that I'm a Gemini, so I can be all like, hey, and then it gets real. And it's like, I know where I can take it. And so I suppress myself. And something I did learn in my time from being single is my communication when something really does blow up to me, because I don't feel like sometimes in the argument, I'm a big shut it down type of person. I don't do drama, I don't do mess. And so instead of us actually really going there with it, I'll shut the whole thing down. I'm like, okay, well, because I'll get myself fired up, and I don't, like you said, I don't want to say certain things. I'm very witty. I don't want to say certain things that I know is going to hurt you to the core of yourself. And so it's like, I'll shut completely down, but out of respect of somebody else's feelings, I've learned to actually still be able to communicate better. Whereas like, okay, because that's not letting the other person say what they want to say, and I say what I want to say, because it doesn't necessarily have to lead to an argument, but me just completely shutting the whole scenario, arena down, and just going on when I want to talk about it, it's really not respectful to the other person. So I think like in relationships and all in general, you learn, you grow, you take from it lessons and different blessings and stuff, because it makes you think about yourself or how you can improve on things. And that was something I had to improve on, was my communication when it came to arguments and things. Like communication on another level, I was good. When it comes to arguments, that was something I had to improve on within myself.
Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Come in the middle. It's compromise. This ain't Burger King. You don't get to have it your way. Right. It's compromise. That's how you feel. This how I feel. Let's meet in the middle.
Right.
I'm more giving. Women by nature, we will submit.
Right.
Most women, we are submissive.
Mm-hmm.
And so I always tell the women, make sure what you submit to. Because if the man is the head and you have to submit, you better know what you're submitting to.
Yeah.
So don't hold on this foolery. We do too much. You do too much. That's why you got to talk. You should talk about your feelings. You should talk about sex. Pastor Deborah said, yeah, we should talk about this before we can get in this relationship, because there's some things I don't do. We got to talk. You got to talk.
Yes.
I don't do that. Okay. Yeah. I don't do that. I don't do threesomes. Because seeing this, you got to talk. Yeah, in the church, we talk about sex. You'll be all right. We're going to talk about this.
Yeah, I think it's important. I think sex is a very important
you should talk about
it. I think, especially if you're I'm a very passionate person, and so it's a requirement for those type of things. And so I definitely feel it is something that's important.
You should talk about it. Mm-hmm. Because you have to be with somebody that's like-minded.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
You can't be somebody you hot and they cold.
Exactly.
We're going to have some issues inside.
Right.
It's going to be some issues.
Exactly.
We're going to have some issues in this house.
I don't know how that's going to last.
So we're going to talk about some stuff. Grow up.
Yeah.
Everything.
Grow up.
Grow up. It's like,
grown.
Yeah, people get mad, and I get people, they come, but Pastor Deborah, you walking in the same house and y'all ain't talk to each other for a week. Who does that? I ain't walking in this house and you not talk to me for a week.
Right.
Who does that?
Right.
You mad, say you mad.
Right.
Okay, what I do?
Right.
All right. My bad.
Right. You better come butter me up. Yeah.
But people will walk around each other for 3 days. I've had couples that walk around each other for a month. And who goes home for a month and not talk? That's foolery.
Yeah.
Foolish. That's silly to me.
I think so as well. Because I'm the type of person is once I get it out, then I'm done with it. I don't know if it's just like my personality, because I can't harbor. I feel like there's too many things that happen in life where I can't just be sitting harboring. This must be my person.
Yeah, but it's a lot of grudge holders.
Yeah.
It's people that hold grudges.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of people hold grudges in their heart. Yes. And so that's when you're looking for a mate, you're looking for difference. When you're looking for sex, a hookup, you don't care. But this is the person you're going to be with. Right. So you got to choose wisely. And women, I ain't finna mess with y'all today. Them lists that you have, they're unrealistic. If you're looking for somebody to meet the 10 out of the 10, you're not going to get it. Exactly. You're not going to get it. If he makes 7 out of 10, hey, work with it. Right. Work with it. And I heard we talk about money. He got to make a certain amount of money. Do you have a job? Because see, let me tell you something about marriage. Marriage is building. What's wrong with us in this generation? You want buildaboo.com. That's something in Bishop Allen. He said women want to build a boo. I said, yes, we want buildaboo.com. We want to build our own man. But you don't know what you need for real. He got to make $200,000. No, he ain't got to make $200,000 because I got a job. Let's be for real. You know what? Most of us now, we're not living in a time where women are not working. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like you going to have to support all of me because I'm a big girl. I'm going to pay my own bills too. I'm going to help. I'm here to be a help me. So realistically, he don't have to make $200,000 because if you work and I work, we still can get to where we're going. Right. So we got to revisit what we think. Same goals. Same goals. But sometimes we look at, well, he got to drive this type of car. No, well, I like him, but he ain't, okay, maybe he need a haircut. Maybe he need help with finances. Don't just throw somebody out because he don't look like what you thought. My husband don't look, I like men over 6 feet. My husband 5'11". Work with it.
You barely didn't make the cut. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But you got to work with it. Bishop, when we started dating, I was 24, he was 35, but he always shaved his head. All the years we've been in church together, he's always shaved his head. I never dated a man that shaved his head. So hair, I was like, God, he don't have hair. Yeah. Because at 24, I thought hair was important, low hair, something. God was like, really, Deborah? Right. But really, what we got on these, is it a deal breaker, really? Yeah. I'd rather have a faithful man than a fine man. Come on, let's balance this out. It looks everything, because you can be fine in the devil. Yeah. You can be fine and we don't know if you like men or women. So it's debatable. What you think is important is not important. Yeah, I'm the type of person because I have a lot of options, and people have wondered like, well, what made you choose this person? What made you choose that person? Because some of the people I've dated, unbeknownst to others, because they just see how I ended up being treated, they wasn't where they wanted to be financially in life at that time. But me being the type of person, I'm a big disciple of people's character. I could date a 6-7 figure person easily. But that doesn't make that person I want to be with every day, the person I want to be around. It doesn't mean that person, because they're at a current point in life at that time, that's where they're not going to somewhere better. Because every single person I've dated, they've had the drive and ambition, like, hey, I'm just right here for right now, but I'm going to get it. And they have, they really pushed themselves. And even for me, myself, I'm not always in a position of where I want to be, but I know where I'm going. I know where I'm striving to be. And so I feel like some people really do put people on a chopping block, like, oh, well, I want to be like this person on Instagram. I want to have this relationship or like this or whatever, but you don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes with some people that make the 6-7 figures, you get cheated on. They're spending 24 hours working here, this or whatever, because you had to make sacrifices for different things that you said that you want when you don't know, oh, I'm driving this Bentley, I got this bag or whatever. I've been there, I've done through all that.
everything that glitter isn't gold. But then there's the type of person that you date as well, because the people that I dated, they treated me differently than if it was somebody that meet off the street, because I was there when they didn't have this stuff. I was there helping them build the things and stuff. And so it's like, do you always get appreciated at the end run for that? Who knows? But it's still, people just want what other people have, but you need to want what's best for you.
I wanted somebody that loved me.
Yes.
And the 20-year-old me saw that. A man that love you.
Exactly.
Because could nobody tell Bishop Allen I wasn't cute? You understand what I'm saying? That person that valued you.
Yes.
That's how he won me. He won me over a lot of people because he wooed me.
Right.
He loved me. He thought Deborah was cute. He couldn't do enough to please Deborah.
Right.
That's how he won me. It's that person that love you.
Exactly.
Because as we age, last year we had COVID together. My husband has stage 4 leukemia, and he's 11 years older than me. And we both had COVID, and my brother-in-law came home and brought COVID. My brother-in-law passed after 4.5 months. And I was more deathly ill. I was as sick as my brother-in-law, and he took care of me. That's who you want. You want the man that when I couldn't get out the bed, who wiped my face. Come on, somebody. You want that man that when you sick, don't nothing else matter.
Right.
That's what matters.
Exactly.
That's what marriage is. That I am the most important thing. Now, my children are not the most important thing in my life. Bishop Allen is outside of God. It's him. That's my ride or die.
Yes.
That's who got my back.
Exactly.
He is my biggest cheerleader. Yes. All this stuff I do, Bishop give Deborah money. Come on, somebody. I'm just saying. Yes. We're looking for love. But when people are saying, and I'm so sick of hearing, I want to read. No, you're not looking for love. You're looking for somebody that make you look good. You're looking for somebody with money. You're looking for a fantasy. Because you want to be able to say to other people, I don't care about that. I made millions in my 30s in childcare. I made money myself. I ain't need no man to do that for me. Exactly. I'm sorry. I already been there and I've done that.
Right.
But when you sick, where you at? That's love. Right. When I couldn't walk half a block, he holding my hand, and I'm way younger than him.
Right.
Okay, we just gonna walk this half block. Then I'm gonna take you back home, and that's what you're looking for. Right. You're looking for the man that when you pushing your babies out, he holding your hand. You looking for the man that when your daddy died, he there holding you. You ain't looking for all that. I done drove all that. I done had all that. I done had all that. Exactly. I church sat on 9 acres. Been there, done that, got a t-shirt. That's right. That don't mean nothing. Yeah. Love is about being there for each other. Right. The good times. Yeah. So people are not, and I got to say, they not looking for love. They looking for The Bachelor. You understand what I'm saying? They looking for, I don't know, but you ain't looking for love. Right. Look for the man that pursue you. That one man that show you, I may not make the 300,000 you want, but I want you. He the one. Right. He's the one. The one that you may overlook. Because I would have overlooked Bishop Allen, because Bishop Allen real calm. I told you about Twitter.
You need calm. I need calm too. You know, when you're a little up there, you need a little calm to calm you down. To simmer. You gotta put. But
I was crazy in my 20s. Look, I was crazy in my 20s. I was used to excitement. I thought, God, he kind of. He real
like a little fire. Little flame.
But he was compatible for me.
Yes.
But he got that fire. He just not like, he different than me. So that person you're gonna click together. Yes. You're gonna live together. You're gonna love and laugh together. Right. You have babies together. I said I would never have children. I had 2. I didn't think I was gonna have a lot of children. I had babies to my 40s because this is the only man that could get babies out of Deborah knocking at 41. But he was so sweet to me. that I would do anything for him, right?
Right.
That's what we looking for.
Mm-hmm.
That's who we marrying. That want to think he think you just fine.
Right. The
You
apple in
understand
his
what I'm
eye.
saying? Yeah, that's who we marry.
Right.
The one that want us. Sometimes as women, and I've been so guilty, we chase, or we looking at what ain't looking at us. But who want us, we don't want. And my auntie told me when I was younger, when I went through my divorce, she said, sometimes you got to learn to love who love you. She said, sometimes you want some people, but they don't want you.
Right.
She said, but the people that want you, you don't want.
Yeah.
That was a revelation, ain't it? Who love you?
Right. That is the truth.
Who love you?
Right. The person you're gonna have a partnership with, because I think it was very important of what you even said of what's going on right now with COVID, with different sicknesses, with different illnesses, who you want to have, like, you know, raise your children with in the same type of views and things. I think is so important because it's just financial value. It comes and it goes. So you have to love somebody besides those type of factors. So I love it. I love it. I love you coming and talking with me. Before we go, I want to for you to share a mantra or a motto that you live by, that you want to give our audience.
Fiercely live. Live. Life is a gift. Live. Walk in authority and be fierce. Be strong. Be relentless. Life is hard. Live it hard. Don't give up. There's going to be things in your life. I'm 49. I had to rebirth myself in my early 40s. I walked away from my business after a decade of making millions. Things happened. I had to walk away and I had to build myself up again. Be relentless.
Yes.
Life is hard, but do it hard.
Yes.
I am the best version of me. I've come through the storm. I've come through the rain. So much has happened. But I was a mom at 15. But I made it.
Yes.
You got to have some grit.
Yes.
And women, you got to be more than cute. You got to be able to do,
right.
And you got to be more than something to lay with.
Right.
Add value to the table.
Right.
I'm more than cute.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
It's a mind.
Yes.
I'm not just here to birth your babies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a baby machine. I got 6. Because remember, when I divorced, I already had 2. Right. And so I ended up having 4 more, so I got 6.
Right.
But live.
Right.
Fiercely live. But the kingdom of God suffered violence. And the violence, take it by force. Get what you want.
Right.
Live
I love it. I love it. And so can you tell everybody just a little bit about your 2 books that you have and where they can find them, where they can find you, all your platforms and things?
I have 5 books. My new book is The Fierce System, Reinvent Yourself by Deborah Allen. All my books are on Amazon. So if you buy Fierce, it is on Amazon. Fiercely Living Devotional and Journal by Prophetess Deborah Allen, Amazon. And then I have a book collaboration that I do. But my new book is the book you want to get. It is for people that are moving, for people that are growing, have entrepreneurship mindset. If you're a winner, if you are somebody that's meant to make money, I was born to make money. Come on.
Yes.
I was anointed to make money for the kingdom. And I was anointed to help people make money. The Fierce System book, all my books are on Amazon. So that's where you would go and find my book. So don't be surprised if it come up as Prophetess Deborah Allen, because I normally write under Prophetess Deborah Allen, because my name is so common. You can meet me at Facebook, Senior Pastor Deborah Allen, Instagram, Prophetess Deborah Allen, or it'll be at Lady Deborah Allen. Same thing for Twitter, Prophetess Deborah Allen. Go to my speaker site. I have 2 websites. I have my ministry site, www.prophetessdeborallen.com. But I am a speaker.
Yes, ma'am.
Last year
Yes,
I
you are.
started.
Yes,
Last
you
year
are.
I started working with Les Brown, and I actually won the Power Voice. And in October, I was plateaued as one of his speakers. So go to DeborahAllenSpeaker.com. I have a free gift for you. Live.
Yeah,
Life is a gift.
it
Don't
is.
spend all your life being sad. Don't spend
Right.
all your life. Because, see, I feel like in my 40s, I felt like life was over for me. I felt like I had given up so much and that I had lost so much. And I had to I had to get back up again.
Mm-hmm.
It's a part of the process.
Mm-hmm.
Bet on you. If
Exactly.
you don't bet on nobody else,
Bet on yourself.
bet on you. I'm telling you. Bet on, if don't know, when I started writing, they was like, you did childcare for a decade. You did this, you did that. And how now you an author? No, boo, I'm a 5-time bestseller author.
Okay.
I'm knocking at the door of being international bestseller author. Not only that, I got a huge book collaboration that's coming out in December. I'm moving, I'm doing things. Believe in yourself. It's not over till it's over.
Right.
You know, so in my 40s, I rebirthed myself.
Mm-hmm.
I totally changed in my 40s.
Yes.
Because women change as we age. We better with age.
Right.
You know, women, see, we better with age.
Like fine wine, you get better with time.
We better with age. Women are better with age. Because I can handle now what the 20-year-old Deborah can handle. The money I made in my 30s when I made millions, I got to a certain plateau and I got stuck because everybody around me was stuck. Get in a room with the money makers. I coach with the person that coached Les Brown. Get in the room with big people. Get in the room with people that make money. Get in the room.
Right.
Don't be the biggest name in the room. Be the littlest name in the room. But when you come in the room, humble yourself in the room.
Exactly. I think that's really great. And so I 100% appreciate you having you on and coming and kicking it with Kira.
You so sweet. 30 and no pay. Yeah, catch me and y'all better chase. Y'all better chase. They better chase. They better chase.
You gave them
the gems.
You gave them the gems because the queen over here, so they better come with that king.
You gotta chase. You have to. And something my husband told me. He said, real men. He said, I'm not a boy, I'm a man.
Okay.
And he said, a real man know what he wants. And it don't take him all day to figure out what he wants.
Okay.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yes.
This was like, come on over here.
Yes. We are going to end it on that note. We are going to end it on that note. So I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And everybody, you reach out to her, make sure you check her books out, follow her on Instagram, and you're definitely a blessing to have. And who knows, everybody watching this, they might find love, might find their kings on here.
Love is easy.
Yes.
Don't make it hard.
Exactly.
Have fun. Make it fun.
Exactly.
Have fun finding love. Be sweet. If you be sweet, you'll find it.
Right.
But remember, keep the cookie in the cookie jar because men get divine revelation when they can't get in the jar.
Right.
Did Pastor Deborah say that? Yes.
All right. All right. Well, thank you.